Hi, Maike. Thank you for being here with me today.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
So I want to ask you about the 55% carbon reduction by 2030. You said that you're optimistic that this is going to happen because so far the port was in time in everything, like e-cars, for example, e-mobility, etc. Is that true?
And now I hope so, and I think so. That's true, because we have started a long time ago with the energy transition, and then the people surround us, they say, you're silly, and it's not going to happen, and hydrogen, haha. So they didn't take it serious. But now I'm very glad that we started early, and I hope it's early enough. But we have done a lot of things to make it happen in 2030.
Yeah, you were ahead in the energy transition and the hydrogen curve, let's say, ahead of the competition or ahead of everybody else. So I would like to ask you a question about storage. One of the most important things in the energy transition and hydrogen is storage.
Yeah.
How are you going to tackle the issues that come with, well, lack of tech, for example?
Yeah, the storage of hydrogen. So in the first years, we can use the storage in the port itself because we have enough space for the storage. But after that, we are connected with the hydrogen network of the Gasunie. And the Gasunie is realizing the salt caverns to hydrogen caverns for the storage. So when we need more storage, then we use together the salt caverns.
Okay, that's actually quite a nice way to tackle the problem.
Yeah.
Please tell me about the hydrogen and electricity projects in the Port of Rotterdam. I know that Port of Rotterdam, as you said, is the biggest hydrogen hub in Europe, right?
Yes, and we are the port of Rotterdam, the port authority. So we try to facilitate all the companies in the port. And you see a lot of initiatives in the port, Shell, BP, but also little companies. And our task is to facilitate all those initiatives, projects, opportunities. And my responsibility is to realize the pipelines and the cables to let all the companies give the possibility to transform.
And one of the important elements is recycling. I know that the Port of Rotterdam is very high on this one, and it's actually quite a difficult thing to accomplish, right?
Yes, because the scale is still a little bit small, but it happens very much. And it's our third pillar in our sustainable energy strategy. So we think it's very important, and we have to start now to be in time in 2030 and in 2050. Mm-hmm. So reuse, recycling, we want to realize the circular port. So that's a very important part to be circular.
Okay, fair enough. And raw materials is also another quite important, right? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, for me that's the real challenge because the port is very fossil and the raw materials, it's huge. It's so huge you cannot imagine. All the goods that go through the port, I think most of it are the raw materials. So if you want to change the raw materials, it's not something only from Rotterdam. It's a mondial thing, I think. So it's really huge, and we try with the cooperation with a lot of stakeholders to transform the fossil raw materials to renewable ones.
And can you please mention some key projects right now? I know of Porthos. I told you this is one that I like very much. Can you please elaborate a little bit on this?
We have a lot of projects. So the infrastructure projects, the heat network, the hydrogen network, and so on. But we have also bio projects, new bio plants that will be built in the port. We have the electrolyzers. We already talked about it, but that's very important to bring the green electricity further in the Netherlands, but also in Northwestern Europe. So, but we also are very glad with the little initiatives, like the hydrogen water taxi. It's perhaps a little bit small, but people can see it is happening, it is possible. So sometimes you have to stimulate the little developments to get enough trust for the larger ones. So our projects are, yeah, very broad, I think. And of course, we have the very big projects like portals, but we stimulate also the little projects.
And would you say that hydrogen is still and always one of your focus points because energy as a molecule is easier to move than as an electron?
Yeah, and to storage, but we facilitate electricity, the electrification, we facilitate the hydrogen in which form it will be. So all the companies, they don't choose for just one solution. One company choose for electrification, the other for hydrogen. Mm-hmm. And we try, as the Port of Rotterdam, to be a complete port so that the companies have the possibilities to change, to transform.
Excellent.
So hydrogen is important, but electrification is important as well. And portals, CCU, it's for the coming years very important as well. So we facilitate different developments.
So it's safe to say that the heart of the energy transition of Rotterdam is at the port of Rotterdam, right?
You can say it.
Thank you very much, Maike, for this conversation.
Okay, thank you very much.